Welcome to the Winning the Week with Scott Auld live stream and podcast. This is episode 61 this is your episode 61 for August 12th, 2026. And I'm on a mission to change the world one person at a time. You can be the one who changes this week. Conquer your fears, defeat social anxiety. Here you're going to find mission embarrassment, which I'll be talking about big time tonight. You'll talk about our character and emotional studies, and we will be having extended interactive live streams, which is what we're doing right now for the fun of it. So we're having a great time tonight. We are going to kick it off. Here is what I have for you folks tonight. It's going to be such a great time. We have the Simultaneous Sip, so get yourself something to drink. Real quick, find something to drink. I have a really cool commenter and encourager of the week tonight. This is different. And I want to give you a report. I went to the John C. Dvorak Memorial in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. I'll tell you about that. I've got a really cool tip of the day with a special guest. And I'm going to do a week in review on the channel, and we'll talk about that. I've also got an analysis of the channel, and I want to talk about the new direction, which I think everybody in here already knows about. This is not going to be a surprise, and it's not going to be scary. But we are going to do the new direction because we finished up the last one, basically. And, of course, I got the producer shout-outs. And CL, I see you're in the house. How's it going? Along with Rev. Hello, Jay. And Geraldine. I'll get over to the chat in just a second. And we've got a new goal. CL, I know you love your stretch goals. So we're going to try and rock 400 comments in the chat tonight, all right? And see if we can get 25 likes. We got our 20 likes last time, so I bumped that up by 5. Let's see if we get 25 likes. So far, we've already got 10. We're nearly halfway there, you guys. And you guys are already rocking 74 comments. So let's see if we can get 400 comments, and let's see if we can get 25 likes, okay? But in the meantime, first I want to say, oh my goodness, look what happened, everybody. Unbelievable. We got to have a laser show because our friends, as you know, Brandon and Ash, the very generous Brandon and Ashton, gifted 5 Winning the Week memberships. Oh my goodness, you guys are so sweet. So let's see who won a free membership here. I think these last for two months. Sir Morgan D. I know who that person is. Matter of fact, I know that person from X, formerly known as Twitter. And Mrs. Womblek C, or Mrs. Womble, KC, probably Kansas City. Diploma 952, Grace Bernardino, and Ms. Vicky got free memberships from Brandon and Ashton. Thank you so much, guys. That was so sweet of you. Let's jump over into the chat and see who is rocking here tonight. I know. Oh, look, Kyle's here. All right. Kyle loves our channel message. The message is your face is a cheddar. That's the message. All right, let's see here. I'm a techie. Jenny says I'm a techie fancy pants. I am not. It's basic stuff, babe. Basic stuff. I see Brandon and Ash, of course, greeting everybody, saying, hey, friend. Good to see you, friend. Geraldine's in the house. Geraldine, we want to know if you are traveling. Are you on a bus? Are you in a taxi? Are you in an Uber? Are you hiking? Are you headed to your normal Wednesday night chill out? So let's see what else. Who is here? Who is chatting? Brandon Ash says, Geraldine and Jen, great to see you both again. Excellent. CL was sweet talked into baking cookies. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you made biscuits and gravy earlier tonight during Daniel's live stream. And after you have biscuits and sausage gravy, I'm kind of thinking cookies are kind of required. You got to finish something like that off with something sweet. Chocolate chip cookies, I assume. I hope. Maybe. NB, our friend Devin is in the house. How's it going, Devin? Been playing with your grandbabies, I bet. I got me some Minute Maid pink lemonade. And Kyle says, I love your channel massage, Scott. Well, Kyle, I don't do massages on this channel. This is not that kind of channel. We don't do massages. We don't do that kind of stuff. So nice try, but no, we're not doing that, buddy. Well, hello, Cheryl. Cheryl is rocking us and rebounding us. How is it going, ma'am? Very cool. And Sir Morgan is, oh my goodness, here's the Sir Morgan received a gift membership. This this kind of fell down into the chat a little bit further down, so I see them here. We'll just breeze by everything I've already read. Jenny says, it's good to see you in so many lives, Brandon and Ash. By the way, you really need a couple name. Yeah, they're Brashton. That's their name. You can just call them Brashton. And it's like Benifer. Or, well, that's the only one I know, right? Anyway, it's Brashton. That's who they are. I just made that up right now. New channel name, I called it. And our friend the Army Medic says, I make homemade Gatorade, lemons, limes, molasses, maple syrup, honey, sea salt. Wow. Yeah, Brash would work. I like Brashton, but Brash is cool. Brash works. That's a good one. Mike's using the custom emojis that we have in the channel. Don't forget, let's see, what are the emojis we got? This is for members. If you're a member, you get to use the cool, hip, pipe, winning the week, national park sign, my face, a Guinness, winning the week logo, the Boonie hat, the other Boonie hat, which is M81 Woodland Camo, the Art Deco sign, and of course Suzuki. So let's take a look at those emojis and throw those out there because they're super cool. But, well, of course they are. All right, cool. Let's see here. 400 comments. Jen says, come on, we can do better than 400. That's nothing. Tyler, how's it going, buddy? This is like the second or third live stream I've seen you with today, right? Very good to see you, bud. Amy says 400 is no problem. Cheddar, did you like the laser show? That was for anytime anybody contributes value for value, like Brashton just did. That's the laser show we set off every time anybody does. I see CL like the laser show too. Very good. Yeah, so Brandon says, I'll have to brainstorm with Ash to come up with something, Jen. You're absolutely right. Yeah, if you don't like Brashton, how about Ash Dunn? There's Ash Dunn or Brashton. You guys will come up with something cool and better than anything we'll think of. And Tyler says he's going to outdo me by 401 comments on his live stream. So here's what I would challenge you, Tyler. Next time you do a live, you have to go one more than whatever we get on this live stream. We're currently at 133, but if we get 400, you get 401. If we get 450, you get 451. Whatever I do, you can do better. I know you can, bud. Do you guys want to do the simultaneous sip? I'm a little thirsty, so we should do that. Kyle says, lol, you got my name right there. Thanks, Scott. Although I should say it with a Wisconsin accent, right? Let's see if I can... oh, lol, you got my name right there, Scott. Yeah, that's not really an accent. I think that was more like, that sounded almost Scottish. Yeah, I don't think I got it right, you know. You have to do that accent correct if you're going to do Wisconsin. You know, you just basically have to think kind of like somebody on VeggieTales would talk, you know, and tell your mom I says hi. Geraldine says, I'm home. I finally have something to simultaneously sip with. Excellent. All right, well, in that case, why don't we kick it off and do the simultaneous sip in honor of the late, great Scott Adams. We're going to keep it going. We won't let it die. The simultaneous sip. All you need is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard, chalice or stein, a canteen, jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I like Publix Diet Sweet Tea. And join me now for the unparalleled pleasure, the dopamine hit of the day, the thing that makes everything better. It's called the simultaneous sip, and it happens now. Go. Now, I've not very often been called a fashionista, but I will show you that I am quite fashionista-ish because my Yeti here has my David Freiberger sticker. This does not stand for down to whatever that might be. This is David Freiberger, and the square body Chevy, which is also same guy. Look, license plate right there. David Freiberger. This is the 67 to 72 Chevy. This is the square body, which would be 73 to what, 80? Tell me in the chat. 84? 73 to 84? 73, 83? I'm not sure. Square bodies rule. All right, let's see what we're missing in the chat because all the cool stuff is happening in the chat. NB says, Cheddar. Cheddar. Army Medic wants to know how the state of Florida is doing. Well, I'll tell you, we are free. We are free and enjoying our freedom, sir. That's how we're doing. I was in Old Man Copper's live stream just a little while ago. A fellow Floridian over on the West Coast, he's on the Gulf Coast, butted up against the Gulf of America, don't you know? And quite a few Floridians were in his live stream, and we were talking. In fact, one fellow was only 3 miles north of me, probably. I don't know him. Maybe I'll get to know him. You never know. But he's another pipe smoker. Old Man Copper's another pipe smoker. I met him through Mike's Adventure Sparks. And cool dude. And we will be talking about Old Man Copper again later tonight, because I've got a special feature in tonight's live stream specifically about him. So we will get to that very soon. Let's see. Hey, Springboard, how's it going, my man? What is shaking? I'm watching in the background cooking, but thought I'd just be a fly on the wall. Excellent. I'm probably 30 minutes behind on the chat, so you probably said that and you probably already finished eating the dinner now, but... Hey, Santa Fred, how you doing, buddy? Wait till we get to the comment and encourager of the week. We will be hearing from Santa Fred again very soon. Florida. CL says Florida is hot. That is true, but that's always true. Other than our 3 weeks of winter, it's always hot. Mike says, Cheddar Boy, hello, I love your new character. Are you talking about the Cookie Monster that sometimes talks like Elmo? Is that the one you're talking about? And looks like the Whitcombs know Springboard. Very cool. Oh, Tennessee is hot too, Tyler. I'm sure it's summertime, man. It's hot in America. All of America is burning up. Indiana's got really bad floods right now. I saw that on the news. Y'all keep Indiana in your prayers, but everywhere's got problems, honestly. NB was wrenching during Daniel's live stream. My hands are a bit raw. What were you working on? Your bike? What were you working on, my man? What were you doing? Rebuilding the carburetor? CL says, yes, chocolate chip. That tells me how far back in the chat I am. I'm like 35, 45 minutes behind. Cheddar says, someone is bombing in the action in the back. What? Oh, photo bombing? We got a kitty cat photo bomb? Yeah, she's laying down. She's laying down. Let's see if we can zoom out just a little and turn off the comment. You can see her. She's laying down right here. Good kitty. Nice kitty. Let's see here. Jen says, a techie fancy pants who shames us non-techies by calling it simple stuff. Sorry. No, it's not that hard. Just follow one of them YouTube gurus who's always doing videos telling everybody how to do stuff. They can teach you everything. Everything you ever wanted to know. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. And boy, they sure had a lot to talk about this week, didn't they? All the YouTube gurus in the world, they got a gift from YouTube. They all got something new to talk about, and they have been talking about it. Springboard, man, you had hiccups on and off all day. It's annoying as HE double hockey sticks. Do you have a secret remedy? Well, Scott Adams had a remedy for if you think you're about to sneeze, but the sneeze won't come. But I don't know of one for the hiccups. Unfortunately, I don't have a good hiccup one. I bet if anybody in this entire chat has one, I bet you anything it's 867-5309. That's the kind of person who's got those kind of secret remedies. She'll tell you to tap on your forehead 35 times, once on each side, and then do a really loud hiccup, and the next hiccup that comes out will smell like grape soda, and then they'll be gone. Perfect. Yep. Hey, Daniel, glad you could make it, man. I was enjoying the heck out of your live stream, buddy. Very cool. Unfortunately, I had to bail out right at the top of the hour there, man. So I might have missed, I don't know how much later you went there. Chairman's in the house. How is it going, my man? He says, I'm not saying anything in the chat, not one thing. Oh, hang on. That's kind of like when I put out a video saying there's no video this week. That's exactly the same thing. All right, Geraldine, who is south of the equator, says, we also have heat, meaning this is historically the coldest day of the year, maybe around 14, 16 to you Americans, but it's 23, very warm for winter. That's maybe 80 for you. Wow, you're in 80 degrees in the wintertime. Woo! She's just throwing Fahrenheit around like, like she don't even know. That's funny. Yeah, she's down in Lima, Peru, right? Is that where it is? I think so. Yeah, Lima, Peru is where she's at. She's Peruvian. She's our Peruvian babe. If she was a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. All right. NB Rider 1. Yeah, so, what? Is my Nightbot getting on NB Rider 1? Wait a minute. Let me see what that thing is doing. Hold on a second. I got a bot in the house, you guys, and all it's supposed to do is tell people to click like and don't forget to check to see if you're subscribed. Let me see here. Let me find out. What does that bot do? And I can't be telling my friends suboptimal. What did you type, NB Rider 1? Let's see. NB Rider 1, what did you say that it didn't like? I don't see it. I'm going to have to teach that bot to be not to worry about it, unless you said a bad word or something. But what did you say? Hell? Maybe that's why it's freaking out. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look at it later. I'll show you guys the bot sometime if you want to. I just turned this Nightbot. Mainly, I just wanted it to do magic tricks like remind people to join Discord and stuff. But I don't want it telling you guys, Cheddar wants to know who the furry friend is. What kind of fan of this channel are you if you don't know Suzuki the kitty cat, dude? That's Suzuki. She's gone now. Sorry. Where'd she get to? Oh, well. Suzuki the kitty cat's always around. She's a Maine Coon, so she's Gigantor. She's an enormo. I'll have to... Next time she comes back around bugging me, I'll bring her up to the camera. I don't know where she wandered off to. Probably to get something to eat. Army Medic says, I had a 1970 GMC with a 307 granny gear transmission. If you'd driven that truck anywhere that day, all you had to do was bump the starter like a light switch, and she fired right up, ready to go. That sounds like a real truck right there, bud. 1970 GMC. And the GMC and Chevy family, that was generation 2 of the C10s. They called it the Action Line family of trucks. And I'm going to have one of these days. You see, I've got it right up here. That's my Action Line 1967 to 72 C10 reminder. I will have one. Oh, yes, I will. It will be mine. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I know. It's a bad bot. What the heck, man? We got to get this. B Writer says, I got my first warning. Let's take a look at the dashboard for that bot. What's it telling me? All right, I can go into its commands. Let's see. Bot commands. You guys want to see this? I can share my screen with you and show you. Let's see here. How do I do that? Chrome. Here's Chrome. Turn off that comment. So this is the screen for the control panel for this bot called Nightbot. And what I did was I built a command called !Discord. What that means is if I type let's go back to this page. If I type !Discord in the chat, then it tells you, the link to Discord. But I've also got chat moderation. Let's see here. Excess symbols, that's enabled. We don't care about that. Black words, phrases. It must have got on you because you said the bad word heck or hell or something, I'm just going to turn that off. I don't really want it moderating. We've already got a moderator, and her name is CL. We don't need anything else. But mainly, I just got this thing set with this timer. Every 10 minutes or so, it'll say, join us in Discord. And every 12 minutes or so, it'll say, click the like button. But that's all it does. It's just fancy pants, techie stuff, like Jen said. Well, listen, hey, if you want stickers, I got them. In fact, I've got brand new stickers and magnets coming this week that look like that one on the right, the Winning the Week subtle minimalist logo. So there is a link in the channel description, or excuse me, no, the video description for this live stream. There is a link that you can click, which will take you to a Google form. Fill that out. Let me know where to send you guys some stickers. If you've already got stickers from me in the past, you don't have to fill it out again. I got you covered. The new stuff comes in, and it'll be winging its way right to you. So that's just a reminder that we got some stickers coming. All right. Don't forget, join us in Discord. Like I just said a second ago, there's a link in the video description to Discord. We're having a great time. If you don't know, Discord's just a big, giant, fancy pants chat room. We're having a good time in there. A lot of people are posting what they're like Dana and everybody else who's a good cook is posting cool stuff in there. So we have a good time. Just click the link in. You can see the picture here of the little Discord link. Look for that. Click that link. Type in there what you want your name to be. Click on join, and then just wait for me to turn on your name so that you show up. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Let's see. I wanted to see if, yeah, Santa's in the house. Santa's here. So why don't we go ahead and do the commenter and encourager of the week, because I want to get that before you guys have to leave, you and Jenny. So it's not a big mystery because I even told them in the comment section that they were it. So if we look at the commenter of the week this week is Jenny, Miss 8675309. She says, I'm Wednesday. Do you guys remember we gave her that nickname a few weeks back? Her name's Wednesday now, and she's the Winning the Week Wednesday woman. She says, I'm Wednesday, and I'm watching. Seriously, though, I can't wait until Wednesday to watch this. I love the series, Scott. It showed your viewers that you're still figuring things out like the rest of us, and remaining optimistic while you do it. This is definitely a legacy series for your family and friends who will get to look inside your thought processes and see that our struggles are not unique. It also proves to us that we can do embarrassing things and not self-implode. Keep winning the week. So, Jenny, once again, this is not the first time you've been commenter of the week, but congrats. You won 50 points for Slytherin right there. Good job. Good work. And the encourager of the week is my man Santa Fred. Now, he sent me a guest video, and I've told you guys several times, I'd love for you to send me these guest videos where you tell me how you're winning the week. Jenny has sent me one. Mike has sent me one. Peter has sent me one. Ali G has sent me one. Now, here's the thing, and one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up and make him encourager of the week is, first of all, his video was very encouraging. And I'm going to talk about in a minute how I'm at the end of a video series, starting a new video series. And the new video series, those videos aren't going to be quite as long, and they're not going to go throughout the entire week. So there's not a huge opportunity to put these videos embedded inside the middle of my video, which is kind of, they get lost there anyway. They kind of get lost in, people don't always see them. What I'm going to do when people send me their guest video is I'm going to release it as its own video on Thursdays. So we're going to have guest video Thursday starting tomorrow morning, bright and early. You'll be able to see Santa Fred Adventures guest video, and it'll be a standalone video on its own. As anybody sends me videos and tells me how they're winning their week, you're going to come out on guest video Thursday. That's going to be a new feature, and I'm going to do that. So watch for Freddie there tomorrow morning. It's a really good video, and I think you guys are going to love it. It's not very long. Just real quick, I wanted to share with you guys a report. A meetup report. I went to the Celebration of Life / No Agenda meetup in Fort Lauderdale this past Saturday, remembering the podcast titan John C. Dvorak. It was a great time. We went on the Saturday 8/8. Now it's funny, 88 was his favorite number. His wedding anniversary was 8/8, and he loved it when anytime the number 88 or 33 come up. He kind of made a big deal out of it, and so kind of interesting that the episode of his podcast that came up the day after he died was episode 1888, and his memorial was on 8/8. But it was really wonderful. His podcasting partner in crime, Adam Curry, yes, that Adam Curry from MTV. He's been doing podcasts with John C. Dvorak for 19 years. And he gave us a nice video message that we played on the screen and checked in with us from San Francisco, where he was going to the actual in-person memorial service. It was very nice. Andrew Horowitz is someone who had a separate finance markets-related podcast with John C. Dvorak and had been doing that with him almost as long, 18 years of that podcast. And Andrew Horowitz was with us. You can see him on that photograph. He's right in the middle with the white shirt right in the center. And he was with us in person, and he told us a lot of really wonderful stories about JCD. It was a great tribute. We had a lot of good times, good memories. A lot of, it was bittersweet, sad. There were some tears. There was lots of laughing. I made a lot of great new friends. And I want to say to No Agenda Nation, thank you for your courage. Much love to the Dvorak family and to Adam's family. And a special shout out to Juliana, who I met there. She flew down to this meetup in Fort Lauderdale from Maryland just for the day, specifically for this event. She said other than her husband in this podcast, she didn't have a lot of friends. So we're keeping in touch. Me and my buddy $100 Eric, which you can see on my pictures there with me on the top left. That's $100 Eric in his Stetson. And that's Juliana in the top left there as well. We had a great time together. We were the first ones there, and she was the second one there. So we got to spend quite a lot of time hanging out and getting to know Juliana, and we've stayed in touch afterwards. So really great. I mean, it was just, as far as memorials and tributes go, you couldn't have had a better one, On stage there at the picture in the middle on the front, down there at the bottom, is Franny, who organized the entire event. She did a great job. So shout out to Franny, and shout out to everybody, all the new friends I made. It was a good time. So just a reminder, like I said, send me your video clips, and I'll be putting those out on Thursdays. We don't really need to cover this. I already talked about it. So that's that. Let's get back into the chat, because I've been blabbing for a while here. And feels like somebody might be cutting onions in the kitchen over there. But let's get back in the chat and see what I'm missing, because I've been talking so much. Let's see. Oh, RJ dropped in here and said, thank you for the membership. So the Traveling Whitcombs gifted those out, Mr. RJE. Welcome to the channel and welcome to membership. Good to see you from the live stream. Thanks for dropping in and joining. Very cool. Fred says, hey, Mikey, what's good? I'm on my other monitor here looking some stuff up. Cool. It's very suboptimal. That is true. All right, so Brashton is great. So Brashton says, Brashton's great. I'll see what she thinks about Brashton. Yeah, it's better than Ashton, I think, but Brashton is cool. Hey, Blind Grandpa, how is it going? Good to see you. How is everything going? We've been enjoying a lot of time with your friend there. Your video editor, ghostwriter, is in the house. Good to have you here with us. Really enjoy your videos, by the way. You guys were walking around that, was it a lighthouse that was like a museum of old shipping and boating, and that was really cool. Tyler says, I can't do that many comments. The most I got was 30. We are now up to 247, well on our way, well past halfway to 400, you guys. We got 16 thumbs up, so we got a goal tonight. 25 thumbs up and 400 comments. Let's get these comments rocking. So Geraldine's asking about the bot, which I just explained. Brashton says, Amy and Santa Fred, great to see you both. Let's see here. All right. All right, Pam's in the house. Hey, Pam, how's it going? Let me find something to drink. So now I know where I am in the chat, because she probably said that right as we did the simultaneous sip. If you did the simultaneous sip with a jar of pickles, we're gonna have words, because that's just all kinds of wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, I need a sticker on the bottom of my Yeti. That's a good idea, Geraldine. Every time I take a swig, we can put a sticker down there. That's a great idea. I'll do that. All right, let's see here. Pam says Nightbot is bossy. Did he say it again? Did he give anybody else a hard time? You guys are probably intentionally trying to get Nightbot to get on to you. And Cookie Monster says, F is for friends. Hello, everyone. Ben, in real life, you're going to have to go back and watch the replay, because they were talking about you earlier, but they were talking about you before you got here. Pam says, okay, here's my problem. As soon as someone or something tells me what to do, I want to do the opposite of that. So that's called being a strong, independent woman. And that means you are 100% 2026 style, girl. Hope you don't mind me calling you girl. I don't mean anything by it. You guys got to be careful. You know, broads hate it when you call them chicks. Come on up here, girl. Come up here and meet Cheddar. Come here. Come on up. Come here. Cheddar wants to say hi. All right, Cheddar boy. This is Suzuki. She's a Maine Coon. She's a big old girl. Big girl. She's 10 years old. Just turned 10 years old in, oh my goodness, you're about to turn 11. Turns 11. Your birthday's right around the corner. Did you know that? I thought you just had a birthday. You're about to be 11. So Suzuki is the channel mascot. She's my girl. She's Daddy's kitty cat. My oldest daughter, Emily, always had all the cats in the house, and she has gone off and got married and moved to Asheville and got kitties up there. So now Daddy had to get a kitty cat, so she's mine. She sleeps on me all the time. No, going back to what Pam said, as soon as someone or something tells me what to do, I want to do the opposite. So that's very normal. It's partly a stubborn streak, right? Partly a little bit of independence, partly a little bit of don't tell me what to do, a little bit of libertarianism in there, partly how you're raised, and just rebelling against a legalistic spirit and not putting up with people who are controlling. You spend enough time around a controlling environment, a legalistic environment, and then you get free of it. You're never going back. And once you get free of that kind of stuff, you're never going back. And you can smell it. You can smell a controlling, legalistic spirit on somebody like that. So somebody tells you what to do. So if I say, everybody take a drink right now, take a drink. Guaranteed, Pam is saying, heck no. I bet a lot of you guys said, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. But that's normal. What is in my eye? It's either something on my glasses or something on my... Man, what annoying. That's annoying. I don't know what it is. Cheddar says, I love cats. Well, that means you're just a person of high quality and a high character. Does anyone have... Ben says, does anyone else have Scott's audio cut? I hope I didn't hit the mute. Nope, it's not muted. That's good. Sometimes I bump that mute button. There's like one of these little, on my microphone, there's like a little touch button, and you don't actually have to click into it. You just barely touch it, and it's a bad design. And it's right at the bottom of the mic, too, so it's a bad design. Hope nobody else had my audio cut. Could happen, though. Could have happened. Nope. Army Medic says, audio and video are fine on my end. All right, we got a time check here. Jay checked in. The resident Revsecutioner said it's 8:15, and it's now me reading this at 8:33, so I'm a good 15 minutes behind. But that's the way it goes. That happens. Emily says, peanut butter for hiccups. That's what my mom does. Oh, that's a good idea. And Pam says, hold your breath until you feel like you're going to pass out. Works every time. Well, I think you should hold your breath until after you pass out. And you definitely won't have the hiccups anymore, because dead people don't typically hiccup, Yes, Ben, we know you are from Green Bay. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, Rev is back. He's back from his little break. I was told by Mike's Adventure Sparks that he was taking a break, but maybe he wasn't. I think he might have just been busy doing stuff. Speaking of breaks, did you guys see Lori Soul Circle has wandered back out onto the streets of YouTube? I was shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Shocked to see Lori back. And she may not be with us on the live stream tonight. She typically listens to us in the mornings when she goes for a run, often in the podcast app, because as you know, this live stream is turned into a podcast shortly after I stop being live. Sometime tomorrow morning or something, it'll go live. And I wanted to see real quick. Let me scroll. I need to see if our friend Copper has showed up yet, because I want to talk about Copper, old man Copper, but I wanted to wait until he was in the chat before I bring him up and talk about him. Otherwise, we're talking about him behind his back, and that's no bueno. So I don't see him here yet. Catherine, I missed your live stream, but I told you chicks don't like it when you call them broads. See, I told you, man. I told you. She didn't like that comment, and it proves my point. Brashton says, Western Wisconsin here, about 15 minutes from Minnesota. You guys are virtual neighbors, Mike. Catherine, I missed your live stream. I'm going to be watching that live stream replay tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, you and Old Man Copper are on at the same time, and he's local to me, like geographically local. So I usually drop into him, but I will definitely be watching your replay tomorrow morning, 100%. All right, here we go. New update from Old Man, what do you call him, Army Medic. Do not let veterinarians give your pets shots that give them cancer. Well, if I knew which ones did it, I definitely wouldn't. Geraldine says we're 72. That feels like 76. Okay, so you're not quite 90 or 80, but honestly, I would love some 72 F degree here, even that feels like 76, because that's downright cool. Here it is, 8:36 in the evening, and we're at 81 F here where I am, and it feels like probably is more like 85. Even at nighttime, it's hot here, and CL knows what that's like. Pam says, "Come get me, Nightbot. Come get me. I'll fight you. I will fight you. I will fight you." What was that from? Who said, "I will fight you"? That was like VeggieTales or something. I can't remember. I forget. And let's see. Catherine's talking to the Army Medic. Emily's talking to Pam. Okay, here we go. Springboard says, the only Chevy I ever owned was a Geo Metro in 96. Actually was a pretty good car, but I'm a Ford truck guy now all the way, now and forever. And you'll never convert me. I would not try to convert a Ford man. I only got one beef with Ford trucks, buddy. And it's really a nitpick, but it really bothers me. The little notch that's at the bottom of the windowsill on both the driver's side and the passenger side. I mean the captain's side and the drinker side. The captain's side and the drinker side, both on their window at the bottom, there's a notch where the window goes across and then goes down and then continues across. It increases visibility for the rearview mirror. So when you're sitting in the driver's seat and you look over, the bottom of the windowsill kind of dips down a little bit to give you visibility of the rearview mirror on both sides. I can't stand that look. They have got to stop doing that, or I'll never buy a Ford pick-em-up, because that stupid little jaggedy. I told you it's a nitpick, but I just could not. They've been doing that for 15 years or so, ever since probably the late 2000s when they went to that F-150 body style. Man, I can't handle that window. Stupid thing. It gets on my nerves. Anyway, but I would never try to convince you away from Ford towards Chevy. The only Chevy I've ever owned in my entire life was S10 style Blazer, the small Blazer, the little Blazer with the little 4-cylinder engine in it. It's just a little around town truck. Another good truck. But I've never been a Chevy person in my life, but I will have a 67 to 72 Action Light second generation C10 or K10. I wouldn't turn down a 4-wheel drive. I will. Oh, yes, it will be mine. CL makes her cookies from scratch. Oh, my gravy. It's cheaper that way? Is it really cheaper to make it from scratch instead of from like the stuff that comes out of a tube? Because they're a lot better that way. Usually when you make something better, it costs more. But that's interesting. And Ben says, me is for me back. Promise I didn't do the restart for the joke. That's funny. All right, let's see here. Welcome back, Ben. Amy says it's $8 a piece. Wow, must have been super fancy and huge. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Cookies or something there. Sometimes conversation gets away from you as a host and you don't know what they're talking about. If you guys got a chance to see aging retiree Mike today, a.k.a. Otis, these folks were like in line. A few of them were standing in line at an amusement park waiting on rides, and he got really confused trying to understand what they were talking about. It was very funny. Oh, it was funny. Let's see here. I'm just skipping past some of the comments when you guys are just talking to each other about other stuff. Ben and Cheddar Boy E are talking about the Packers. I mean, the guy's got a cheese head on his head. You're asking if he's a Packers fan when he looks like this with a cheese head? Come on. That's the silliest question there ever is, buddy. Come on. And then Whitcombs are Packers fans. I bet you anything Mike's Adventure Sparks is not a Packers fan, though. All right, Ben says, Scott, an idea would be to keep them in your regular thing, then do a guest video supercut on Thursday too. Just an idea. I think it would generate more views. Well, I can't, and I'll tell you why, because in a minute I'm going to talk about the way the videos are going to change now that I finished this first series. In fact, let's talk it about right now. Let's just get it out there. But I can't keep doing the guest video in... I can't keep doing the guest videos in my videos because there's just not a place for them. There's no good spot to slide them in right there right now. Santa Fred wants to know what's the bicycling infrastructure like down where I am. It's horrible. They have tried recently adding bike lanes into the existing roads, but they didn't plan for it. We don't even have sidewalks, man. Listen, we don't got sidewalks in this town. You're asking for a lot on bicycles. If you go out in nature, there are some good nature trails where bicycles are good to take, but around town, like to take it to Publix and get some diet sweet tea or something, forget it. You do not want to be riding a bicycle on the traffic here because you just die. They just run you down. It's horrible. It's not a bicycle-friendly area, bud. All right, let's get into it. This is going to be a little bit of a rabbit hole, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. Let me just do a quick scan of the chat to see if my friend Copper showed up, because I did have something about Copper, but no, it looks like not. Okay, so Ben wants to know what Nightbot is because he joined late, so he missed me talking about it. So I'll go ahead and tell you since you were late. Oh my goodness, look at that. Copper shows up just as I say his name. I must have said his name 3 times, and that's what summoned him. Yeah, don't ride bicycles on the street in Florida is right. So Copper, we're going to do tip of the day in just a second here now that you're here, man. But to answer your question, Ben, the Nightbot is just a bot that I programmed to tell people to remember to check if you're subscribed, because YouTube unsubscribes people from channels for some reason, and I won't let anybody tell me it's not true. I got unsubscribed from some big channels that I know I was subscribed to, and I go back and check them later, and I'm unsubscribed. So check, make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you do a thumbs up, and absolutely, I also put a link. I have the bot once in a while reminding people they can join us in Discord. Speaking of Discord, this has nothing to do with Discord, but I do want to do tip of the day, and my man, Old Man Copper, is the tip of the day. This is not a link to Amazon as you become accustomed to. Old Man Copper has an amazing website. There's a link in the channel description, and I got some really cool goodies from Old Man Copper, and I'm going to share with you guys some of what I got here. I got some of this stuff to show you guys, but as you can see from the screen here, he's got some really cool, awesome products, and I'm going to share with you what I got from him recently. He did not send me this stuff for free. This is not a paid endorsement, etc. This is just stuff that I liked, that I saw on his website and said, I'm going to try that. That looks really cool. So let me show you what I got. I'll go to my zoomed-in view here. Right off the bat, first of all, I placed an order, and I got some really cool stickers. So thank you for the stickers, buddy. This one here is a sticker that represents it's basically a sticker version of the lid of one of the products. Here's another one. This is a sticker from one of the products. This is a sticker for something called Apple Pie Scented Beard Balm called Old Man Copper's Independence. This is a really cool sticker. This one is a holographic sticker with his name and his logo and his really cool Latin what would you call that? A slogan? Yeah, Latin slogan. Deus meus et omnia, which means my God and everything. If you guys don't know Latin, now is your chance to learn. It's always good to know Latin. And he sent me a patch. Look at this. What we got right here is a Velcro-backed patch. Now, ow. We're not as strong as you, Copper. We're not all bodybuilders like Schwarzenegger, you know. So let's put this on the wall. Let's see. Let's move Ape Strong down and put Copperman on there. There we go. Perfect. Ape Strong together went up to the top, and my man Copper went right on the wall. Very cool. So thanks for the patch, pal. And so let's take and this cool sticker. Look at this. Captain Burley Slice, which is, if you don't know, Burley Slice is a type of pipe tobacco, and it's a really cool skeleton with a styled haircut. All right, so let's take a look at what I got here. This is Pine Scented Wax Mountain Pine Stronghold Mustache Wax. and I happen to be wearing that tonight, and it works great. It's not an overpowering smell. It's pretty subtle, strong enough that it sticks around, for a few hours. It doesn't wear off like in an hour. You can still smell it, but it's not overpowering, which is good because it's right by your nose. You can't have something that goes you crazy. It's not like you're walking around like a candle. But it also doesn't leave your fingers greasy. So when you use that and you twirl your mustache and make it nice and look real good, it doesn't leave your fingers. None of them do. None of these products make your fingers feel greasy. This one right here, very cool. This is the Old Man Copper's Woodsman Wood Balm. And the point of this is to put onto the wooden handles on tools. And I have some vintage axe handles and a couple of old hammers with some really nice wooden handles. I got a hammer that I got when I worked at the phone company a lifetime ago. That hammer will outlast every single one of you guys in the chat, guaranteed. And that's saying something because we got some youngins in the chat. That hammer's going to be around forever. So this is a wood balm to preserve the wood. And let's see what it says. All natural wood balm, food safe, which is good. You can use it on cooking tools. Handmade craftsmanship. Old Man Copper's Woodsman Wood Balm restores, seals, and protects. So that's very awesome. I got a little small tin here of, and this is called Old Man Copper's Flapjacks. Flapjacks Maple Pancake Scented Wax. This is mustache wax. And this is one that my wife did say, "Are you burning a candle?" when I was near her, but it's not so strong that it's annoying. I love the smell. I love the smell of maple syrup, anything. My wife, not so much. She says the only thing that should smell like maple syrup is maple syrup on pancakes. But I've got a couple of candles that I actually burn that smell like maple syrup flavor smell. And this right here is, I love it. I'll put this on tomorrow morning. This is one of my favorite smells in the world. Between cherry and maple syrup smell, one of my favorites. So this is really cool. This is unique, and I had never seen anybody selling anything like this before. But this is Old Man Copper's Blade Balm. Blade Balm. It prevents rust, and it is a metal protector. So you put this on knives, you put this on axe heads, you put this on saws, anything that you want to protect from the elements. And a lot of us carry a knife everywhere we go. And, that thing's up against your body. It's gathering sweat. This would be good for a few of the implements inside of a Leatherman or a Gerber multi-tool. It doesn't have any particular crazy smell, which makes sense because you don't want your tools having a weird smell. But I never heard of a wax protector for blades before. I had always in the past just used either gun oil or 3-in-1 type stuff and just sort of smear it on and then wipe it off on my blades. So now I've got some wax, which you got to think that's going to stay on and last longer because it's not viscous and runny like an oil, it's a wax. Last but not least, right here, I've got Old Man Copper's Beard Balm. This is for men with full, beautiful, luscious beards like the Old Man Copper himself. Now, you guys know I trimmed my beard back recently, let it grow back out some, so it's going to get there. Right now, it's not so much of a luxurious, luscious look, but it's going to grow back out. Don't you worry. I just trimmed her back to give her a break. This is Cherry Pipe Tobacco Scented Balm, Beard Balm. So this doesn't just smell like cherry. It smells like cherry tobacco. One of the greatest smells of all time, honestly. Anybody who's ever been around somebody who's smoking a pipe and they're smoking cherry tobacco knows what this smells like. You can probably imagine it right now. Old Man Copper's Pipe Beard Balm. It moisturizes and conditions, and it smells amazing. So, Copper, thanks for sending those over to me. Not that you had any choice because I bought them. It's not like you sent them for free or anything. Like I said, I'm a customer. And when these are gone, I will be renewing that purchase. So that's my tip of the day, everybody. Let me jump in the chat real quick because you guys may be talking about some of the stuff I'm talking about right now. And I don't want to see if I'm missing the comments here tied together. So I see everybody saying hi to Old Man Copper here. Mike says, I have Old Man Copper pie. Smells amazing. That's cool. Very cool. Let's see. Jay's going to have some strawberry banana. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. American pie. Is that what you have, Mike? That's the flavor you have? Very cool. Awesome. CL says, I love black cherry air freshener in my car. Excellent. Yep, I know exactly what that smells like. It's so good. CL says, Scott could do commercials. Well, too bad for advertisers. This is a value for value operation, and I do not accept advertising. By the way, when I get to my little pitch about value for value tonight, I've got a screenshot of my email inbox. It is overflowing with people wanting me to pitch all kinds of crap at you guys. But value for value, we don't do that. We don't play those games. The only benefit of value I gain is what you guys decide to send my way. CL says, I'm not a dwarf woman, so balm is not needed. CL, your sense of humor. See, what I like about you, CL, is you got the sense of humor that fits me perfectly. Yeah, Santa Fred, 100%. You need to get yourself some of this stuff. You've got the beard for it, and I know that because of your video. Go over to oldmancopper.com. There's a link to it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab it right now. I'm going to grab the link and oldmancopper.com, and I'm going to send the link into the chat so you guys have it as well on the live chat replay. But also, like I said, in the video description for this tonight, there is also a link to oldmancopper.com, which you don't need a link. You guys got fingers. You can type oldmancopper.com. Copper says, thanks for talking about my products. You are appreciated. Hey, man, listen, I'm just talking about a product that I bought and liked. That's my tip of the day. But you are welcome. Jenny says, right, CL, I'm waiting for, and this could be yours, the 3 payments of $9.99. But wait. If you buy right now, you get a free bonus beard. And that's a mulch, and that's beneficial to your garden. Who remembers that? Who remembers that ad from the 80s? The Garden Weasel. It creates shredded chips, and that's a mulch, and that's beneficial for your garden. The Garden Weasel. I haven't thought about that infomercial in a million years. You're welcome, old man. Absolutely, buddy. Oh, look at this. Use the discount code YTPC for 15% off, you guys. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know about that one. If you guys don't know, the YTPC is the YouTube pipe community. And that's a hashtag you'll find in videos in the pipe smoking community, like East Texas Pipe Club and my favorite, Mutton Chop Piper. Old man, you know about Mutton Chop, right? You know about my man Mutton Chop? He's probably taught more people how to smoke a pipe and brought more people into the pipe smoking community than anybody on YouTube. And there's a lot of them out there. I like the old Hobbit. What's his name? The Hobbit pipe smoker guy. Sits on a river in Arkansas and smokes. But there's hundreds of folks in the YouTube pipe community. Awesome. Thanks for that. Yeah, old man knows Mutton Chop. Everybody does. He's a really nice guy. Ex-Marine, right? No, ex-Navy. I think he's ex-Navy. He was in the Gulf War. So there you go, Copper. Thanks for the discount code, everybody. YTPC. Get 15% off. Very cool. Fredo, Santa Fred, go buy yourself some. All right, a couple more things I want to talk to you guys about. We got to talk about videos because there's some stuff changing in our video life, and I want to talk about it. And I want to make sure everybody knows what's happening. Because new video coming out this Sunday, and I want you guys not to be too shocked and scared and afraid. So last week's video, by the way, I tried out the A/B testing where you try 2 different titles, and I tell you, for the first time ever, I actually got a result. Every time I've ever tried either thumbnail A/B testing or title A/B testing, it always comes back and says not enough data to provide any result at all. It says inconclusive. Basically, I didn't get enough views. Finally, it came back, and I only changed 1 word in the test. I went from stop looking foolish in public to stop feeling foolish in public. So stop looking or stop feeling foolish in public was the two options on the videos. It said stop looking was the winner by about 10%. So that's the one that the channel got switched to. But I thought it was cool. The A/B test has never worked for me because I don't ever get any views. But I got enough views on this one for it to work. So I'm kind of thankful about that. It's pretty cool. So I think you all got a chance to watch the video that came out Monday morning at midnight. Embarrassing myself again. You can learn self-control and crush social anxiety. So I went to the post office and I went to Publix, filmed myself in Publix, filmed myself in the post office, talking to the camera, which is extremely embarrassing. But this particular video, talked about discipline, emotional modulation, self-control in general, trying to have more measured reactions and maturity in general. And talk about embarrassing yourself. Several times in that video, I walked right past aisle 10, which had pet food. I hope you guys all saw that in the video. I was looking for pet food, and I must be blind as a bat. Listen, being blind and being deaf is no way to go through life, but here we are. And it ain't no fun, I'll tell you that. But I was looking around. I was looking all over the store for it, and the stupid sign was right there in front of my face. So I just want to know this series. I finished off this series. I want to know if it helped you. You can see from the screenshot there, I included a little bit in there in the video where I got to meet one of the fellas who was running for governor. I was asked to do sound, PA sound for his event. So I went down there and did the PA for his event, and as a result got to take a picture. He's not polling really good. I looked up in the polls to see how he's doing, and another gentleman who's running against him is like 40 points in the lead. So, but this is our current lieutenant governor. He is the lieutenant governor of Florida as we speak. He's running for governor, and he let me take a selfie with him. So, that was nice. You never know. You never know who's going to be famous someday. He could be president for all I know. Who knows? I don't know. But we finished off the series, guys. That's 9 weeks, 9 virtues, 9 videos. We did it. I call it Vlogs of Victory to knock out this entire series. You can see I've got a video on all these virtues that basically help make you a better person and help make a better society, help make a stronger mind. You can see we've got this entire series, 9 videos. It's in one playlist. And that's what it is. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. 9 virtues. So it was a good experience. They're very long videos, 35 to 45 minutes apiece, which cranked my watch hours through the roof. If any of you guys are sweating watch hours, if you got a YouTube channel and you're sweating watch hours right now, make long videos, because by golly, watch hours took off through the roof there. Also, this is the first time I ever tried this, but I set the playlist for this series to what YouTube calls a show. They're basically trying to compete and get on, everybody's watching YouTube on TV, on the TV app. So if you make a playlist into a show, they want it to be something that's a series that's bingeable, where there's a part 1, part 2, part 3, and this series qualifies pretty good because it was all part of a 9-part series from the beginning. Putting it into a YouTube show sure did help. My traffic from playlists is almost always 0. Hardly anybody ever watches my videos in a playlist, and it jumped 1,000%, which is crazy. Now that doesn't mean I started getting 1 million views, because I didn't. The views themselves were not completely overwhelming. I don't think any of the videos in the series broke 100, to be honest with you. And that's something that also drove my decision for what to do next. But the watch hours were fantastic. And this traffic contributed over 78 hours of watch time, just this one playlist. So average view duration for the playlist traffic is currently about 8 minutes per video. So people watch a 35 to 45 minute video for about 8 minutes on average. But of course, as you know, a lot of people jump in, see they don't want it in the first 10 seconds, and they're out. So having an 8-minute average is actually pretty good. So that's my experiment. That's my experience with the show playlist feature. Pretty cool. I want to talk about what's next, but at the same time, I also want to scan because I see some of you guys are asking me questions here. So let me see here. Let's see. Jenny says, thank you for the bargain. All right. Oh, good question. Jenny wants to know how many comments we are. We're up at 425 comments, you guys. We blew right through 425, and we're not even close to being done yet, you guys. I know it's 9 o'clock, but we got to get through a few things I want to talk about. So, oh, for sure, Pam. Good call, Malcolm. I don't know how to say his last name. Does he pronounce it Guite? Geet? Goot? Malcolm. But he is a treasure. That man, if you want to know anything about Lord of the Rings, anything about literature, or anything about pipe smoking, Malcolm is a national. He's a national treasure for multiple nations. Is that possible for a man to be a national treasure? I mean, the fella, he's a treasure to England. He's a treasure to America. He's a treasure to Canada. He's a worldwide treasure. I just love that guy. But yes, another pipe smoking fella. Good call, Pam. Pam rocking in here with the 100%. Thank you, CL says it's a great series. I appreciate that. Mike says stay hydrated. Very good. Hey, Ali G, glad you made it. How's it going? And Heidi's here. Heidi, did you have a live stream tonight? You're 5'2". Wow, you guys are tall. Very cool. Don't get mad at me for my comments. You know I love every single one of you. You guys are all my beloved. Let's see here. Laughing disco. That's funny. And Ben says, maybe my podcast coming up in September could be a series. Absolutely it could. Good idea. Why not? Yes, sir. CL said those are good stats. Yeah, it's not bad. Not terrible. So up next, here's what's going on. I asked myself, what is my best performing content that's coming out right now? And the answer is the best performing content was the videos that I made for Rob the Maritimer's Challenge. Here I am making a 9-week series of 9 35 to 45-minute videos on 9 specific virtues that make for a better person and a better, stronger mind and a better society. And meanwhile, Rob threw out a challenge. Hey, make some tough videos that are hard to do. So I just did 3 videos on embarrassing myself in public. And wouldn't you know, stupid things took off like bottle rockets. So, you know, those videos were based around the theory of intentional embarrassment. The theory, you guys have heard me say this 1,800 times. I don't have to go into detail here. I got enough videos on it, that's for sure. But it comes from Scott Adams, his theory that if you want to have less social anxiety and less embarrassment in public, put yourself into a safe but awkward and embarrassing situation on purpose frequently, and you will become immune to embarrassment. You will become unembarrassable, or at least you'll become less embarrassable. And so to put that theory to the test, I made a video at the mall, walking around talking to my camera, which was very embarrassing. Everybody here who's got a YouTube channel knows you can go out by yourself in the woods and talk to it, but by golly, if you see somebody walking towards you, you shut up. You don't talk to the camera because that's embarrassing. And you walk past them and say, hi, how are you? And then maybe you hide the camera behind your back. And then when they're safely out of earshot, you'll start talking again. Well, not this time. I had to walk through the mall right there in front of God and everybody in the food court talking to the camera like some kind of goofball idiot. And it was super embarrassing. And so then I went to a bigger mall. And then I did it in Publix. And then I went and I said, let me up the ante. What's more embarrassing than filming myself? Well, dancing in public, because I'm a horrendous dancer. I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld. So I did a dancing. That was Rob the Maritimer's suggestion because he's a troll. And I had to accept his challenge. I went and danced at the entrance of Publix. That was the most embarrassing thing I've done so far, you guys. Those videos did so good. My gosh, they did great. So I came up with a goal. I'm going to come up with 3 video concepts. 3 video concepts that I can do in the future. Let's talk about them. And I want to tell you what the truth of this entire situation is, too. So I'm calling it Mission Embarrassment. You guys have heard me already talk about that in a few videos. Mission Embarrassment. But basically what happens is when the audience speaks, by golly, you should listen to them, okay? The Mission Embarrassment Social Anxiety series is my best performing new content right now. Its views are 5 times better than everything else I've been doing, and it has unbelievably strong comment sections. Even if you don't count my own replies to the comments, they're off the charts. It's also, now this is maybe important and maybe doesn't matter, but is the only driver of new subscribers on my channel in the past 28 days. I have not gotten a new subscriber during a live stream or during one of my 9 series videos. But by golly, I sure got a lot of subscribers from these embarrassment videos. Now, let's make a confession. I also got a metric ton crap load of subscribers when John C. Dvorak passed away, and I did a tribute and a toast to him in my live stream. And I cut that little snippet and made it into a video. It was just a throwaway idea that I had. Oh, I'll just do this. That crazy video, guys, 1,400 views and 25 new subscribers from that little idea of I'll just take a snippet from my live stream and push it out. That did fantastic. So, I mean, obviously John C. Dvorak's name was in the news and everybody was searching for it at the time. So, you know, boom, magic trick. But let's just set that aside. The mission embarrassment videos are driving subscribers where nothing else is. None of my other videos are gaining subscribers. And we can say subscribers doesn't count. We can say subscribers doesn't matter because YouTube doesn't rely on subscribers anymore. And we can say that subscribers is just a vanity number. But I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to build a family of people who are like-minded, who can support each other. And you know, the comment section, the attendees in the live stream, like you beautiful, beloved people, and the number of subscribers are indicators of that. So what are we going to do next? I'm going to keep filming publicly. I'm going to be loud and proud and film publicly and do embarrassing stuff, but I'm going to try to be respectful. I don't want to be a loud, annoying person. I'm not going to be making videos that are, you know, like prank videos or idiots in public who sometimes make a fool of themselves and get themselves punched out and stuff like that. I don't want to be annoying, but I do want, in a respectful way, to try to embarrass myself in various different ways. So I did some research to come up with a strategy for my next videos, and I know that Jen said I'm a techie guy. I'm a very techie guy. I'm also a little bit nerdy. So I did some research, and here's what I came up with. Take a little sip. So the first thing I did was I asked, I did a search. This is not an AI thing. This is a search on YouTube for the word social anxiety. And I came up with a list of about 8 video titles of videos. These are real titles of real videos that exist on YouTube, which got over 250,000 views each. How to easily overcome social anxiety, how to never feel embarrassed again, how you can deal with embarrassment. Now you can stop embarrassing yourself. How to never feel embarrassed again, how to really handle being embarrassed, how you can embarrass yourself and why you should embarrass yourself. So these are existing videos on social, the search term in YouTube was social anxiety, embarrass yourself. And you know, this idea of embarrassing yourself on purpose, Scott Adams wrote it in his book, Reframe Your Brain. He also wrote it in another book that I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. I can't remember what it's called. Jenny probably knows. But it's an existing known phenomenon and idea for dealing with social anxiety. This is 8 videos. So I took these titles and then I basically typed up a summary of Scott Adams' theory of intentional embarrassment. You can see it on screen here. This is me summarizing what I could pull out of his book, right? The biggest barrier for many people is the worry of looking like an idiot if something does not work out. A lack of this fear enables one to proactively take on challenges others dismiss as too risky, to start before the full plan is known, and to handle failure better. In a casino, repeated gambles lead to 100% loss over time. In everyday life, repeated risk increases the odds of success because more action means more opportunities, more outcomes, and the potential for learning from mistakes. So that's me summarizing Scott Adams' theory of intentional embarrassment. So I took that information and I also pulled some reframes out of his book. So if you guys don't know, his book, Reframe Your Brain, is full of these. Here's the usual reframe, and here's how you can reframe it. He said the usual reframe is embarrassment is something to avoid, but he reframed it as embarrassment is an investment. The usual reframe is being wrong is embarrassing and should be avoided. You guys feel like you should avoid being wrong? Do you feel embarrassed when somebody points out that you're wrong and you feel like you need to avoid that? Well, the reframe is fear of embarrassment forces you to stay wrong by avoiding admission of mistakes or new attempts. So that's not a good thing, right? The fear of embarrassment, it actually makes you hold on to a wrong opinion or a wrong statement for too long because you don't want to look bad. You don't want to look bad that you were wrong. So if you were not worried about being embarrassed, you would let go of a wrong opinion much faster, and that would be really good. Another usual reframe is avoid embarrassment in order to protect your ego. The reframe is invite embarrassment and use it as a tool to kill your ego. We naturally want to protect our own ego and protect our own reputation and look good. But Scott Adams points out that by intentionally killing your ego, you're more likely to have an open mind when trying to evaluate truth and see the reality of the world around us. So the ego becomes the enemy rather than something that must be protected. If you practice these reframes, you treat your own ego as the enemy and stop trying to protect it. So that's the premise. What I did was take his theory of intentional embarrassment and distill it down into these three text strings. Short-term discomfort from calculated safe risks of awkwardness builds resilience. It creates growth opportunities and expands options. Okay, pin that one. Number 2, deliberately seeking low-cost embarrassment toughens a person for bigger challenges. Okay, pin that one. The conclusion that all this distills down to is it's possible to become unembarrassable. You can become embarrassment proof. You can become immune to most embarrassment. All right, so let's turn this into video titles. Let's turn this into video ideas. I ran this entire thing that I just showed to you through 2 different AI and distilled and kind of homogenized the answers I got. Basically, I said, let's take that theory, let's take that summary, let's take that premise, and let's take those winning YouTube titles of existing videos, and let's try to come up with 3 YouTube ideas that leverage those winning titles, but also takes the guts of that premise and pulls it out and synthesizes it. So my first 3 video ideas, based on title research and premise research, results in the first video being why embarrassment is actually an investment. And so I came up with a placeholder description for the video. This week, this is, before ever filming anything. The description says, this week I'm reframing embarrassment as a deposit instead of a loss, showing why your discomfort fueling social anxiety is actually the thing building your resilience and why you should want more of it, not less. And then down below there, I've got 2 more YouTube title ideas and YouTube description ideas for videos. I'm not going to read those off to you, but you can always pause the video or come back and look at them later or take a screenshot, whatever you guys want to do. You guys are all techie people. But here's the truth, and this is what I'm going to try to hang on to. This is more important than any strategy statement, okay? Mean what you say and show people you care. Do you guys know who Chris Gore is on YouTube? You might know the face and not know the name. Chris Gore is a fellow whose channel blew up recently, and he's giving a lot of good advice, but he's a professional cinematographer, camera operator for large events. One, for example, I know he works the camera at Royal Albert Hall because he filmed himself there. But he's out in the countryside making videos about ways to film yourself with just one cell phone. But, all the tips and tricks and all the cinematography and all the camera angles and all the multiple B-rolls in the world don't matter. What matters is that you need to mean what you say and show people you care. And that's the truth that I'm going to try to hang on to as I make my next series of videos. I'm going to try to show people that I'm doing this because I care about you. I care about every single one of you guys, my beloved producers, live stream attendees, commenters, the family. You guys are all the Winning the Week family. So now it's time for me to jump right back into chat and see what I've been missing for the past 16 or 17 minutes or something. And I hope you guys don't think I'm crazy and this is all a bad idea. So maybe you do. I hope not. Let's see. What did we miss in the chat? Here's where we are. I see everybody saying hi to Allie when she showed up, and that's the last place I looked. All right, let's see. Geraldine wants to go through all 9 videos. Great idea. Geraldine says that turtle is cute. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Ben is saying, oh, no, I already read that one. Here's CL talking about the stats for the series. Very good. Heidi says, yes, I did have a live stream. Hers are at 2:22. Oh, I love that time, 2:22. It's a row of ducks. If you think about it, 2:22 is a row of ducks. Very cool. Amy says, I missed your comment, Heidi. Glad Scott put it up there. Yes, I know as we age, we get shorter, so that might be a problem. If you're already short, yep. CL says, bottle rockets. Yeah, we're ready, set, launch. When I said those videos took off like bottle rockets, yep. All right, let's see here. I just want to see if anybody had any concept or comments on this topic. CL says, friendship is magic. Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Don't do any Johnny Somali videos. I'm not going to do anything annoying or irritating. Yep. CL says, Scott did SEO research. One of my favorite bands is SEO Speedwagon. Yep. No, I did do some research, and I didn't just tell AI, come up with some video titles for me. I said, I did search. I didn't use AI for it. I just did searches on keywords in YouTube and searched for videos that went over 250,000 of them. One of them was over 1 million views on a topic, and then wrote them down and kept track of it, Yep. Amy says coming up with titles is hard. I need to do it better. Yeah, that's a hard thing to do. It's hard to come up with a title because, it's so easy to come up with a clickbaity title. But tips, these tricks, right? People do tricks. People try to do tricks. Everybody's worried about watch hours now. YouTube changed their watch hour thing, their benchmark. They doubled it. And I see people talking about, I've got a tips and tricks. I'm going to watch your video. I'm going to get somebody to watch my playlist all night. And I'm going to put your video on while I'm sleeping. The best thing you can do, in my opinion, is just grow your community. Try to grow your community. Get to know the names of the people who comment on your videos and show up at your live streams. Remember their names and say hi to them and get to know them and ask them what they care about. Learn something. I know Brashton's baby's name, you guys. I'm not going to say it on my live stream because I don't know if people like their children's names being said on the interwebs because the interwebs is full of creeps. But you guys, I know Brashton's baby's name. Sometimes I call her Baby C. But get to know people. I know, I know Tyler's kids' names. And I text Tyler on the regular cell phone text machine. And I understand that if the channel blew up and I had 5,000 subscribers instead of what do I got today, 3,500, 3,050, something like that. If it's 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and if there's 10 times as many comments, it gets harder. But, look at Rob the Maritimer. He's got 100,000 subscribers, and he's got hundreds and hundreds of comments on every single video. And he answers every video. He said he's doing it all day long. He's answering comments. And it's one of his favorite things to do, he said. Now, this recent video with the YouTuber kerfluffle blew up, of course, and got massive views like every single other video on that topic. He said he didn't get a chance to answer every single one, and he probably wouldn't because it went crazy viral. That happens. But you can try all the tricks in the world and try all the keywords and try all the fancy titles. But honestly, work on getting to know the people. Amy, I know you. You're in my Discord. You're in my comments. You're in the live stream. I know you. I understand the struggles that you're going through because I watch your videos too. And I know we don't have time to watch everybody's live stream and everybody's video, but you can still check in on a video and see what it's about and watch a little bit of it and get a gist and just anyway. All right, I'll stop beating the drum on this one, but my advice to anybody who's got YouTube is don't worry about the tricks, don't worry about your watch hours, just grow your community and focus on that. That's my opinion. Copperhead to go. Very cool, man. Thanks, buddy. Glad you could drop in when you could. Very cool. Geraldine says, I wonder why he didn't get lip balm. Yeah, his products do look great. His products are great. Why didn't I get lip balm? I don't know. Just I've always been a Burt's Bees lip balm guy. Always have been. I like the smell of honey. And I like the smell of Burt's Bees lip balm, which is made from honey. That's the only lip balm I ever use. But it's also Florida. And it's hot and muggy. And my lips are not dried out because it's summertime in Florida. So I haven't needed lip balm like in 6 months, So I haven't bought any because I don't need it. I don't even know where my Burt's Bees lip balm is. I haven't needed it in so long. But I could find it if I had to. Burt's Bees. I also use Burt's Bees hand soap, and it makes my hands smell. One of the best smells on the history of mankind. Burt's Bees hand soap. That's another tip of the day right there. It smells like honey. All right, let's see what else am I missing in the chat. Amy says, so Mike had said use ChatGPT for titles. I don't know about that advice. It's an advice, but she said, I was using ChatGPT, but the title seemed weird. I got better help with Claude for a while. They say you need to come up with the first, then build around it. The title first, and then build around it. That's hard. It is. Yeah, that's what I'm trying right now is I'm coming up with my title ideas, and then I'm going to be making videos around them. But a lot of times I would make videos. Used to be I'd just go film myself and then make the title based on what's in the video. But I guess there's two approaches. Either way, it's difficult. Yeah. Mike says he does that. He says he doesn't do that. So, yeah, Mike makes his videos and then figures out the title later. Yeah. Heidi knows who Chris Gour is. There you go. Cool. CL says, I don't predetermine title. I just paint. The title comes later. That makes sense. That's the only way. Mike knows Chris Gour, says he's amazing. Santa Fred says, Amy's, you can always use the AI in YouTube, then take that to Claude and see if that makes it easier. That's a good idea. The Ask YouTube or Ask AI, whatever it's called, it's just called Ask in YouTube Studio is pretty good, and it has better visibility into your channel than just like Claude or somebody, Ben hates doing thumbnails more than titles. And here's Heidi giving us a real row of ducks. That's the real row of ducks. 222. Hey, the door just unlocked. It unlocked over there. That means Mrs. Winning the Week is home. Hello, ma'am. Welcome home. Suzuki ran to greet you. You mean get your bag? You got it. She doesn't like answering me vocally because then you're going to hear her. I think my voice cancellation would completely block you out. They would never hear your voice if you said, welcome home or anything like that. Nope, not getting a word. Anyway, Heidi, thanks for the row of ducks. Appreciate you. Well, hello, Dana. Come fashionably late. How are you doing? The only excuse you should have for being late is if you're making cookies. And then that's an acceptable excuse for being so late. But I'm glad you made it, Dana, wandering in. How you doing? How's Glenn? CL says that Peanut helps a lot. Yeah, that's a good point. That's Rob the Maritimer's kitty cat, Peanut. Peanut does help. All right. NB Writer 1 says, yeah, I asked Rob if he wanted to go fishing next weekend, and he never answered you. You're up there by him, aren't you? He's over in St. Mary's. He's actually pretty easy to find on the map, to be honest with you. He's always filming videos of his walking trail and his hillside and outside of his house. It's actually trivial to find his location on Google Street View if you like maps even a little bit. But send him a private message, or his email address, work with Rob the Maritimer. That's his email. It's on his channel description. Send him an email. He responds to his emails. I email him all the time. And tell him you want to go fishing or you want to hang out. I'm sure he'd love to meet a local. NB. CL says, I've tried copying titles of the huge channel. It really doesn't help that much. Be authentic. Yeah, it doesn't help. Copying other people never works. Got to be yourself. Your videos have been great lately, by the way. I love the music in today's video, CL. I think it was today. I saw it today. I hope it was today. Maybe it came out last night, but I think it was today. You had several songs throughout the video, but the first one was a really pretty classical guitar song. I loved it. You always pick really good music for your videos. Did you? Oh, by the way, did you see my comment with a suggestion? You asked for a suggestion on knives and cutters and scissors, and the where is it? Here we go. This is the blade that I suggested to you, CL. Is Japanese construction. It is so... I know everybody's seen these before. Usually you see the yellow and black plastic ones. This is all metal, and it's so smooth. It's so satisfying. Can you hear that? It's like the smoothest action you ever felt. It's one of those ones where the blade breaks off and you can just break off a piece every time it gets dull. And you just break off more and more. Oh, this is so satisfying and smooth and clicky. So nice. And it's not real expensive. This was a Adam Savage, the guy from Mythbusters. He's got a YouTube channel. And at Christmas time, he does a gift guide. And he did a guide of things he likes around the workshop. And this is one of the best purchases I've ever done because it's so satisfying and easy. It's a breeze to use. I love it. It's always sharp. It's all metal construction. And it was only like, what did I say? $13 or $23 or something like that? I don't know. But I'm sure you saw it. You probably saw my comment and I'm rambling now. Let's see here. Cookie Monster says, me have too many interests to grow a community. Hoping my upcoming podcast idea can help. Maybe. I saw you talking about that earlier. Amy says, yes, my community is growing, and I know a few of the newest subs came from here. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, become friendly in other people's channels. You're not really stealing subscribers from people, by the way. It's kind of like that old cliche of a candle doesn't lose any of its light by lighting another candle. So, if you can help other channels, honestly, one of the best ways to grow your own channel is to be helpful to other channels, Pick out 5 channels, either in your niche or that you just like the creator. Pick out 5 channels and go help them, right? Send your viewers to them, and you will actually get more benefit back than you can possibly send. That's just the way it works. So instead of going to someone's channel thinking, I'm going to make some friends and meet some people and maybe they'll come over to my channel, just try to figure out a way to send more viewers to somebody else's channel. And I don't know the mechanism that causes this, but you actually end up getting more positive benefit back than you were possibly able to put out. I don't know how it works. So everybody, I'm telling you right now, go to Amy's channel because I'm trying to help her channel because I know I'm going to get more. It's purely selfish. Obviously, you understand it's totally selfish on my part. I just want more benefit to come back to me than I can possibly put on Amy's channel. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now because I'm seriously going to benefit myself here. I'm going to Amy's channel. I'm going to copy the link. The link is at Amy's Cozy Place. Let's grab that, put it on the clippity clipboard. Put it on there. Copy, clickety clickety. Clickety clickety. Go back to the chat. Where is my chat? Oh my gravy. Here we go. Here's a link right there. Boom. There is a chat, a link to Amy's Cozy Place that everybody can click and go check her out. Yes, thanks for asking, Jen. My elbow is doing better. Feeling a lot better. I'm still wearing my support once in a while. Don't laugh, but I got a fan down here to I love having a little cool breeze on me. And it just seems like my elbow's always pointing at the fan and it's like hanging out in the breeze and it starts to get cold. And when my elbow starts to get cold, it aches more. That tendonitis aches more. So it's not that I'm actually wearing it for compression as much. It's still tender and it's still sore, but I really been favoring it a lot, forcing myself not to use it. Even to pick up my Simultaneous Sip, that's 36 ounces of Publix Diet Sweet Tea. I don't even pick it up with this hand anymore. I know it's only 36 ounces, but I'm just really giving this arm a rest. And that is helping a lot. I'm also stretching it and massaging the tendons. So, but yeah, thank you for asking. I'm doing better. Ben says, I'm strategizing things and learning not to rush. That sounds like a good idea. NB says, I try to avoid Claude for the most part. CL says, hi, Mrs. Winning the Week. Yeah, the Heidi pointed out the scoop that Rob created. It gives title ideas. Yeah, the comment scoop, and he's working on one. No, it's not comment scoop. What is it called? Scoop. Let me just peek it up real quick. Scoop. What was it called? What's the address? Can you remember? Yeah, comment scoop. That's what it's called, comment scoop. But what I'm really interested in is the one he's working on. That he's talked about in his live stream a few times. Comment scoop. You guys want to see it? I'll show it to you. Let me share my Chrome page. This is comment scoop. So basically, you can take a video and you can paste it in up here, and then it goes through and it evaluates all the comments. Why don't we go to Amy's page just as a demo real quick? Let's go to her video. Pick a random video. Amy, get to see yourself on TV. All right, here we go. Let's just pause that video so we don't have any noise. I'm going to grab the URL of that video, get out of here. I'm going to paste it up at the top. I'm pasting Amy's video, and let's see what Comment Scoop does. All right, turning $18.13 of steak into 5 meals. All right, the scoop is viewers are overwhelmingly positive about the video, appreciating the practical money-saving approach to meat preparation. The audience recognizes the value of skill demonstrated and sees it timely and relevant. So it's a nice little readout of the comments. It's a little summary here, and you can see 67% positive and 33% neutral. Rob's AI sometimes doesn't know what to do. But you can see a summary down here, right? You can see feeling positive, 2 of them, 1 neutral, no negative, no questions, no request, 6 themes. We can click on themes and we can see what the themes are. Practical butchering, finding discounted and clearance meat, appreciation and gratitude, rising food prices, and money saving and budget tips. So those are the themes that it found in there. And then at the bottom down here, it's got the actual comments themselves. And you can use this as a way to sort of synthesize what your commenters think about your video, and maybe more importantly, suggestions for new video ideas, right? I don't know if that necessarily would help with video titles, but that comment scoop is pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Good idea, Heidi. Let's see here. Yes, Jen says, I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Dana and Glenn. And I need to go watch Granny's short about the meetup. Did all of you guys film videos for the meetup, or did only Granny? I'm curious, was everybody filming stuff for their own channels? Granny, Allie, Glenn, and Dana. And Mike says, I see my sticker on the drink. That's right, buddy. You are right there. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm picking it up with my right hand, but I'm holding it with my left. I'm not actually lifting with my right. There's the Mike's Adventure Spark sticker. Yes, sir. NB says, my brother-in-law is 10 minutes from him, but I'm just joking. As for Claude, I'm trying to keep as much distance from my eventual AI overlord for as long as possible. That's very funny. That's very, very funny. Yep, CL, Amy likes the music too. Geraldine says ASMR live stream. You gonna make one, Geraldine? You gonna go live and do ASMR? Yeah, the YouTube Studio free music is what I used for many, many, many years. I used that many, many years. Recently, I have been using this song as my theme song, and that's actual me on the guitar, me playing the music. But the YouTube Studio music was very good stuff. I think this is one. Hope it didn't blast your speakers out. I used that for my theme song for a very, very long time. And that's YouTube Studio music. I wonder if anybody sits around listening to YouTube Studio music just for entertainment, not using it on a video, just like a music entertainment source. They use YouTube music. I don't know, maybe. CL says sharing is caring. Yeah, that's true. And you're welcome, Amy. You're very welcome. Go help out somebody's channel and watch how it turns around back on you. All right, let's see. Everybody subscribe to Amy. Let's see, what else are we talking about? You guys are talking about each other's videos. You guys are having a little conversation between Heidi and Jenny about each other's videos on topic. Yep, Amy says, I forgot about that scoop thing. I got to bookmark that once more. I've used it and loved it. Yeah, commentscoop.com. Thank you, Rob. I don't know if that product or tool is going to be around forever because it's using up his AI tokens every time we use it. But use it while it's there, right? But I'm really looking forward. He's making a live streamer's comment scoop to use during a live stream that'll bring in comments from multiple sources at once. And that's something I need because it's really hard to keep an eye on the comments. As you can tell, I'm so far behind all the time. By the way, 513 comments and 21 thumbs up. We need 4 more thumbs up, you guys, to hit our goal. Can we hit 25 thumbs ups? Please go look and see if you have thumbs upped this live stream that we're in right now. Look over there in the bottom left side of the live stream window. You'll see how many thumbs up. There's 21. We need 4 more people, and I'm sure 4 of you forgot to click it and didn't hit it. So if we get 4 more people to click the thumbs up button, we will hit our goal for both. Well, what was our comment goal? Was our comment goal 400 or 600? I can't remember now. Let's go back and I'll scroll back and see. It was under for tonight. What do I had planned for tonight? Tonight I had planned 400 comments and 25 likes. So we did really good. We've hit our 400 comment goal, and now we just need to get up to 25 likes if we can. That would be awesome. 22. All right, we're at 22. We need 3 more people. Yeah, we killed that 400 comment goal, Devin. 100% correct, sir. Yeah, let's see if we can push it. Let's see if we can push it over the line, guys. We got to get this 22 up to 3 more. You guys can do it. I know you can. But we killed that goal. By the way, in case you don't know or you never heard of it, I want to talk for a second about value for value. I don't do ads. This channel is 100% viewer supported. You can see this screenshot. I said I was going to tell you. This is a look at my email inbox. And you can see all these people wanting me. I mean, it's possible that some of these are scammers. But I look through them. I read them. And then I don't delete emails. My inbox just piles up with this stuff. You guys know my Gmail goes back to 2011. I remember when Gmail was invite only, and I have never deleted a single email out of Gmail. It's just sitting there full of stuff. It's got full of emails. But I got offers for collaboration opportunity for SCSI dog training collar. I got a collaboration offer for Bandaletic, paid collaboration opportunity for showcasing Fotrix professional inspection tools, following up on Taurus SunView AR, a collaboration opportunity for WeGoo affiliate program, whatever the heck that is. The Kuoser Dog Apparel Company wants to collaborate. Taurus gifting opportunity. We want to pay for a video on your channel. I'm Ella from Go Login, a browser for safely running multiple blah blah blahs. Huatuo on the bottom, invitation to collaborate on a dog training campaign. That's the same people who are at the top one, so I guess they sent me another one. I don't do this stuff, you guys. I'm not going to try and sell you on some product because somebody wants to give me $500 or something to mention it in a video. I'm not going to do it. It's value for value, which means time, talent, and treasure. That's all I'm interested in from you guys. If you got any value at all from any of my videos, and by the way, I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I went down to the beach last night and filmed my new embarrassing myself in public video at the beach. And that video will be out this Monday. If you get any benefit from this kind of stuff, you can return value back to me. We'll trade value for value. You can give me your time, your comments, hanging out in the live stream. You guys have hung out with me for an hour and 45 minutes tonight. Most of you have been here the entire time, being here in the live stream, sharing your talent with me, your boots on the ground reports of what's happening in the real world, your feedback, answering questions. I throw out something that I'm not sure of, and you guys have the answer in the live stream. That's boots on the ground information. Artwork you share with me, your ideas. I don't really play AI music on this channel. Some folks have sent me AI songs and AI theme songs. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the work. I just don't really do AI music. Being a musician myself, as you can imagine, being an actual real world musician, I don't really use AI music. That would be like CL putting AI artwork on her art studio channel. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But I do appreciate the people who sent me the music. It was cool sounding. It's just I'm a musician guy, so I'm not going to put AI music on a real musician's channel. And of course, there's treasure, which is the opportunity. Like, for example, tonight you guys saw that Brashton, the traveling Whitcombs, the generous Brandon and Ashton, bought 5 memberships for people. That's a $5 bill they just sent my way. You know what that buys? That's a whole gallon and a half of Publix Diet Sweet Tea going straight in my fridge, and that's treasure being returned. So feel free to go to donate.winningtheweek.org and throw a tip my way. You guys can send me $1. You can send me $2. You can send me a $2 bill with Thomas Jefferson on it right there. If you want to send $5 my way, you want to get me a gallon of Publix Diet Sweet Tea, I'll wait till it's buy one get one free. I'll get 2 for the price of 1. I think you want to send me $3 or something, that's fine. And if somebody out there feels the inclination to send $10,000 my way, I won't turn it down. I promise. I won't turn it down. But memberships and super chats in this live stream is always a nice way, and I appreciate all that kind of stuff, you guys. By the way, if you're listening to the podcast later and you want to join in on this live interactive chat with all the cool kids hanging out here, go to winningtheweek.org on any Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Drop in. Let us know you're here. Say hi in the chat. Let us know what's happening. And it's always a good time. Well, let's see here. What did CL just say? She said, find a small cross-stitch kit and a thrift store or on sale. I just follow what's in the kit. Cool. Who are you replying to? You replying to Amy? Amy said, I love the beach. It's so peaceful. Mike showed his lake the other day, and it was peaceful too. Well, you're going to love the beach at sunset because I went there last night to the sunset. Oh, you're right, Geraldine. We did it. We went to 26 likes now. We are over the goal. So we have met our comment goal and our we met our comment goal and our likes goal. Thank you, everybody. You guys did it. Very good. What made me laugh just now is Suzuki's offended by the dog-related opportunities coming in from the emails. That's really funny. Yeah, I agree, CL. Heidi says, holy cow, Scott, I thought my email was out of control. Well, my email's not out of control. My email is exactly the way I like it. I have a completely intact, never deleted inbox, and I know where everything is. The cool thing about Gmail is it's got this really good search engine called Google connected to it. So I can always find an email that I know I had 15 years ago. If me and my friend Jacob talked about a conversation about a rock band or something, and I want to remember what we said, all I got to do is pull up the email, and Gmail will find it for me because it's got a really good search engine on it. So I never moved anything out of my inbox, and I never deleted an email, and it's not really out of control. It's just how I like it. Yep. Yeah, Heidi agrees with Amy. The title ideas in the scoop can be very helpful. Yep. There you go. So Heidi, she says, I thought you'd like thumbs down. So that was an experiment I was trying for a while. I was just wanting to see if it actually negatively impacts a video to get thumbs downs. It doesn't. YouTube doesn't really care if you get thumbs ups or thumbs downs. It takes both of those as engagement. That's a signal. And thumbs up isn't a signal that people like it, and thumbs down is not a signal that people don't like it. What they are both is it's a signal that people are responding to the channel. It doesn't hurt your channel to get thumbs downs, and it doesn't help your channel to get thumbs up. It just helps your channel to get thumbs anythings. So I'm not doing the thumbs down request anymore because it really just kind of negates it out. Some people do thumbs up, some people do thumbs down, and you have no idea how many reactions you got until the live stream's over. And then you can see in the statistics how many reactions you actually got. So if somebody thumbs up and somebody thumbs down, it washes out and comes out to 0, and then at the end, you'll see statistics, 2 reactions. So that's why I don't do thumbs down, as a rule anymore. But if somebody does a thumbs down, it doesn't break my heart. It's not the end of the world. We were just trying to hit a goal tonight, and we did it. We did it. Tyler says, go outside and look at the meteor shower. No, don't go outside and look at the meteor shower. All right, stay on the live stream, man. Heidi says, I have 4 Gmail accounts, and one is at least 26 years old. Whew. I bet you were from the days of invite only too, back in the day, Heidi. Yeah, I've had mine. I can't remember. It was when it was brand new, however old that is. But I don't remember when Gmail really started. I have to look it up. Yep. Jenny says, done. Multiple channels for the win. Yeah, you've got 2 channels. You've got your MedLife channel, right? CL says she does cross stitch. It isn't hard. Talking to Amy about that. And let's see here. Oh, I see. Ben said, does anyone know how to cross stitch? I want to learn. And then he apologized. Sorry, random. It's for an idea. And then he said, OMG, CL. PM me sometime about it. And then Heidi says, dude, it's still light outside. What are you talking about? Heidi, I forget. Are you in Texas? I can't remember. It's dark enough here, but we got so much light pollution, you're never going to see a meteor shower here. I think there's some planets that are lined up tonight. There's a meteor shower, and then there was a eclipse earlier in Europe, right? All right, Jenny says, I'm turning into a pumpkin. Have to head to bed soon. I know it's late. We're going to wrap it up here. Oh, I got to do my producer shout-outs. Dang it. Let's do that. Let's knock out the producer shout-outs because I got to be honest with you, I did some research on all of your channels and I wrote new producer shout-outs for almost every single one of you. So if you're gone to bed already, I hope you come back later and watch the replay to see what your producer shout-out is, because I did research, new research on every single channel, and everybody's got a new write-up here. Don't forget your producer title. I call you all producers. I call you producers because, you know, in Hollywood, a producer is the one who's in charge of the financing of a project. And without you guys, these live streaming the channel and the videos would never happen. And as a producer, that entitles you to a shout out for whatever you want. I will do a shout out during my live stream for whatever you want. Family business, your own YouTube channel, your own charity, new project, whatever you want. You can tell your mommy says hi, whatever you want to use your shout out for. You get to write a note, just drop it in Discord, let me know, and I read my shout-outs every week. So let's do them. Starting off with Cheddar Boy RD, hosted by a distinctive cheesehead. He focuses on the creator journey, providing encouragement, reflection, and advice for fellow small YouTubers. Key themes of Kyle's channel include the creator mindset, self-doubt, fear of failure, and the frustration of flopping. Cheddar Boy acts as a bridge for creators, blending personal vulnerability with actionable encouragement to help others stay motivated amidst the challenges of content creation. The channel is at Cheddar Boy Yee. I always want to say Boyardee. It is Cheddar Boy. Amy's Cozy Place is a YouTube channel focused on the themes of slow living, homemaking, and finding peace while navigating life's unexpected transitions. At its core, the channel serves as a digital space for Amy to share her personal journey and everyday life. Catherine's Fabulous 60s and Beyond is a lifestyle channel focused on the personal journey of a senior creator, although she don't look like a senior. The content primarily revolves around health, wellness, and self-improvement. You guys know those videos when she goes to the gym all the time. As the host shares her experiences with topics like weight management, dieting, and navigating life changes in her 60s. The recent videos about the land they bought and the challenges they're having with the grading and the slope of it were pretty interesting. If you guys want to see what Catherine's land looks like, go to her channel. CL Fantasy Waves Art Studio, my beloved only moderator, is a cozy and relaxing YouTube channel centered around traditional art creation. The channel features a soothing atmosphere where CL shares her process for various projects, often accompanied by relaxing music and the help she gets from her kitty cats. Cobus Cattails. Speaking of cats, Cobus Cattails is a YouTube channel primarily focused on the life and experiences of Tracy's cats, Kobe, Sugar, Oliver, Pepper, and Opal. Celebrate kindness, positivity, and get a daily dose of kitty cuteness. Life with Gen X Values is a YouTube channel focused on the specific life experiences, psychological challenges, and cultural perspectives of Generation X. Jenna uses the platform to explore themes relevant to this demographic, often addressing the unique stressors faced by those in their 50s and beyond. Ben in Real Life is a YouTube channel with a diverse range of content reflecting Ben's self-described wide variety of personal interests, which include sports, movies, television, and various geeky hobbies, including maintaining an annoying alter ego of the Cookie Monster. And when I say annoying, it's not annoying to me, it's annoying to Ben. Miss M96, Emily's channel is about spreading mental health, sharing the details of her life with anxiety and bipolar depression. She shares her pets and enjoys connecting with other YouTube content creators. By the way, don't forget, at my store, shop.winningtheweek.org, you can use the promo code WINNING and get 10% off your entire order. I created some new designs, including just this week. I put a couple of new designs up there. So get yourself a mug, get a shirt, get a water bottle. And it's very easy to remember the promo code WINNING because you just have to think of Ali G saying WINNING. Mike's Adventure Sparks is a YouTube channel focused on truck camper adventures. The channel documents his life. I'm sorry, Mike. Wow, sorry. Got a frog in my throat. Let's try this again. Mike's Adventure Sparks is a YouTube channel focused on truck camper adventures. The channel documents his lifestyle changes, including transitioning to living full-time in his truck camper as he navigates new job opportunities and travel. The Traveling Whitcombs. Look at that beautiful logo right there on the right. Their YouTube channel features Brandon and Ashton, who we've tonight renamed Brashton, pending Ashton's approval, and their journey together as a couple as they explore various outdoor locations. A significant portion of their content is dedicated to hiking and visiting state trails, parks, and natural landmarks. They frequently host live streams while out on the trails. Brandon and Ashton emphasize a personal connection with their viewers, often engaging in direct conversation and sharing their thoughts on life, travel, and their future plans. Don't you guys love it when they say, "Hello, friend, how are you doing?" Whenever they call you friend, I just get a warm fuzzy inside, you know? Flight Quest 40, hosted by Steve Williams, is a YouTube channel that blends his passion for flight simulation with his musical and creative pursuits. The channel is both a technical resource for X-Plane 12 enthusiasts and a personal platform for his life interests. Dana, the Cookie Mom, makes baking and cookie videos and has started live streaming. She's also great fun in her Discord server, keeping us laughing and hungry. Her hubby, Pearlman1, Glenn, has practical videos on precision shooting, archery, reloading, and practical hunting lessons in the outdoors. Graciela Gracie G, who we like to call GGG or G Cubed. Graciela takes us to explore Melbourne, Australia, focusing on interesting and upbeat aspects of life. Daniel, Outdoors with Daniel 19. Daniel's channel shares hunting, fishing, archery, music, and health maintenance topics. Don't forget to check his live stream every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Peter Urbanowski is making videos teaching how to do YouTube, focusing on the editing process. Lately, he's working on a DaVinci Resolve series. Fishing with Ali G. I'm going to take a drink while Fishing with Ali G gives us her own video. We just need some audio of Ali. If you're going to make these, you got to give us some audio, something to listen to. She just wanted to say, "Hi, Mom." Very good, Allie. Lori Soul Circle. Guys, I got shocking news. Lori is back. Look who's back, guys. Shady's back. Lori dropped like 3 videos today. Crazy lady. Obviously, she came back like gangbusters and ready to bust the doors down. She's taking off like a bottle rocket. Lori's Soul Circles channel helps viewers break through personal ceilings rather than just chasing external goals. In Season 2, Lori is focusing on nervous system training, identity shift, heart-centered living, and what she calls the EDGE concept. So check out her trailer and check out the first 2 episodes in Season 2, which dropped on us today without warning. Big shock. Welcome back, Lori. Pam's Stories for Humans helps viewers slow down, be present, and prioritize real-life relationships and experiences over digital consumption. Stories for Humans is for those seeking a slower pace and a deeper look at the human experience in a digital age. So don't forget, everybody, let me know if you would like to change anything or write new content for your shout-out, anything you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. Anything you're working on or anything you want to talk about, let me know. If you're noticing that your shout-out is missing, I haven't heard from you in a while, you dropped off the map. A good example would be the Rev Secutioner Jay. He disappeared for a while. We didn't know where he was, so I took him out of the rotation, and he dropped back in basically just like yesterday or maybe this morning. So he's going to go back in the rotation. We got to get something new written up for Jay. But you guys be sure to let me know if you want something different in your shout-out. I'm going to take one more pass-through. On the comments and see what we're talking about here. And then we're going to call it a night because we're creeping up on 2 hours. If you count the pre-show, the 5-minute pre-show, it just crossed over the 10 o'clock point. So we're at 2 hours already. And your friend Scotty needs to go to the bathroom, guys. It's been 2 hours of diet sweet tea here. That's not a good idea. All right, let's take a look in the chat and see what we got here. I see CL say excellent to everybody's shout outs. Okay, Heidi says Gmail is 22 years old. So that's 98? 1998, I suppose. Is that right? No, that would have been 2008, wouldn't it? Was that 2008? I guess 32 years ago would have been 98. So 2008, right? I got to go back to my Gmail and see what my oldest email. If I go to the beginning of the inbox and see what my first email was, that'd be funny. FlightQuest made it just in time for the shout-outs. Good work, buddy. You have good timing, man. What's the matter, Suzuki? You want to come up here? Come here. Come here. I'll let you sit on my lap for the rest of the live stream. Come on. Come here. Come on, I'm reading the comments. Time's slipping away. All right, fine. Be a stubborn kitty cat. And here's CL encouraging everybody who got a shout out. Amy, FlightQuest, Tracy, Jen, Catherine, Ben, Miss M, Mike, Brashton, Steve, Dana, Glenn, Graciela, Daniel. Amy says, I'm trying to figure out all these live stream times. There's too many. I want to visit them. Well, you know, Lori's Soul Circle used to maintain an index of live streams of all of our friends. So go over to Lori's Soul Circle and look at her community posts section. And we got to see if she's still maintaining that live stream index. She was the keeper of the live stream index. If she's given up on it, I'm going to have to take it over and do it. But, yeah, CL, definitely go check out Lori's videos tomorrow. Maybe sometime you can give them a look. Or it's also the kind of thing you can listen to if you want while you're working or doing something else. Thank you, Geraldine. Thanks for hanging out the entire 2 hours. I appreciate that. Fred says he's opening more card packs on Friday night. Bella Sarah, whatever the heck they are. Bella Sarah. Don't know what that is. I know K Sarah Sarah. I don't know what Bella Sarah, but I wouldn't. I never know any of that stuff. FlightQuest says, so many live streams out there. I have time for one. Winning the week. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you made it, man. Very cool. Live streaming like Rob, 2 hours. That man goes for like 4 hours sometimes. He's insane. Super crazy. Oh, you know, I went the wrong direction, didn't I? I gave it, you said it was 22 years old, and I did the math like it was 18. So 2004, which I think is the same year YouTube came out. Wasn't the first YouTube video called A Day at the Zoo? Created by the two creators, the two guys who made YouTube and eventually sold it to Google. I think that was 2004. And the first video, A Day at the Zoo, and then they sold the darn thing to Google a few years later for $4 billion or something crazy. Like, I think it was $4 billion or $2 billion, $1 billion apiece, something like that. Anyway, it's been in YouTube's hands ever since 2004. And then the iPhone was in 2007. And after 2007 came out with the smartphones, we've been watching YouTube in the potty ever since, haven't we? We all been watching YouTube in the bathroom ever since 2007. Yeah, definitely check out Lori's Soul Circle. You'll love her channel, Amy. She's extremely encouraging and uplifting, and I think she's got the live stream index on her posts. FlightQuest says, still stuck in Hell's Canyon. Hopefully another YouTuber channel flyer brings another plane in for me to fly out of Snake River tomorrow. I hope you get out of there someday, buddy. I hope you're able to somehow, someday get out of Hell's Channel. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a night. It's been a fun time. I've had a great time with every single one of you in here. Thank you for hanging out with me. 2 hours plus. 572 comments. You guys are unbelievably amazing. Wow. Knocked it out of the park. So I think next week the goal needs to be 600, doesn't it? CL, we got to have a stretch goal for next week. So I'm thinking 600 comments next week. That's going to be the goal. All right, Amy says her phone has never been in the bathroom. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you later. Have a great night. Your boy Scotty's got to run to the bathroom. 2 hours of live streaming. Let's do one more simultaneous sip, everybody. Here's a cheers to you. This is to you, my beloved Livestream audience and family, winning the week. Sláinte. Up your kilt. See you later.